Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Late Night Advice. I'm your host, Sean Merritt, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about unhappiness. Now, unhappiness is quite an odd subject to be talking about, considering aren't there more positive things to be discussing? But I really think that as we can delve into what makes us unhappy, we can have a better understanding and appreciation for one thing, the things that do make us happy, and how we can actually go about creating an overall life that is filled with happiness rather than trying to just avoid it. But my hope is that as we understand and can relate to what it means to be unhappy, then perhaps we can actually construct lives that can be happy. So where does unhappiness begin? Like most things, it begins in our brain, and more specifically, our imagination and our consciousness. One thing that separates us humans from other animals in particular is that we have this innate ability to create new ideas and fantasies regarding the world around us. And with that ability to create ideas and fantasies, we also have this ability to turn those fantasies and ideas into our own future self. This is known to many psychologists as self-concept. And the basic idea is that we have this ability to create and imagine ourselves in the future. We have the ability to essentially create a new reality for ourselves in a different universe. More specifically, I guess that universe really is just our own consciousness. But the point is that we have the ability to think and imagine in a variety of different ways. And what happens to that self-concept is it then becomes a standard in which we base all of our goals and values upon. Not only is it a reflection of our values and our goals, but it also becomes the seed of our deepest fears. For example, let's say you're currently in a relationship with someone. Your imagination has the ability to project that relationship in a long, lasting, and beautiful way. On the other hand, you can also project that relationship in hardship, breakup, and many other dissatisfying things that can occur. So what happens is that we begin to measure our current situation and our abilities and actions against these fantasies and fears that we have created. And what begins to happen is that we feel happier as we're moving towards our goals, and very unhappy and dissatisfied as we move away towards our goals and closer to our fears. However, most of the time we find ourselves in the middle between our dreams and our fears. And this can often make us feel very dissatisfied with our progress and the things that we're doing in order to achieve these goals that we have imagined for ourselves. In a lot of ways, this actually makes traditional goal setting very useless, because in a way we are always constantly trying to move towards something else, something greater, something better. We want more, and our lives become very end goal focused. Meaning that rather than focusing on the process and enjoying the journey in life, we begin to focus more on that destination or that prize that we so desire. However, life is not an end goal procedure. There will always be more things to obtain, more things to learn. And in fact, our lives are so short that it makes it impossible for us to really achieve as many things as that we would like to. Life is actually more of a process-focused procedure, in which it is not so much about as the end goals or the things that we achieve, as much as the day-to-day actions that we take in our lives. Happiness is not to be found in these end goals, but rather in those small day-to-day details that we can find joy in. Given a little bit of an example of this, I want to kind of draw upon a group of people that really don't have much. I want you to think about some of the countries in Africa where literally people almost have nothing. A lot of these individuals who live in these poor countries often only think about one thing, and that is, how am I going to live till tomorrow? They are lucky each and every day that they survive. And yet, I've heard many reports from people who have gone and visited these people that they are some of the most happy people that they've ever met. Which goes to show that these goals and these pursuits that we often think will make us happy, like traveling the world or becoming a successful entrepreneur, making tons of money, these things will never ever result in our happiness. Some more common paradigms or ideas or goals might be, I want everyone to love me. I want to be smart enough. I want to be successful. I want to have a comfortable lifestyle. I want to enjoy every single day of my life. So rather than having these goals on external circumstances such as how many people like me or how much money am I making, we can set our new goals and new standards according to important values of things that we have control over and we can make a choice in right now. An example of some of these goals as illustrated by Mark Manson are honesty, trust, love, compassion, kindness, service. These are things that are controllable and within our grasp. We don't have to wait for some external circumstance or something outside of us to come upon and rain down the heavens of manna. Rather, these are things that we can take action today to feel for at one time at home with ourselves and with who we really are. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button below if you enjoyed it, and be sure to stay tuned for more episodes of Late Night Advice that shall be coming every week. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week.